Today I'm going to show you the proper way to cook a steak when you're camping outdoors. I am pretty sure about 99% of you have been cooking your steaks incorrectly. How do I know that? Because why else would you click on this video? Let's get to it. If I see one more hornet back here, I'm gonna commit a war crime. Step 1, grab your camping stove. I am going to be using this Coleman propane 2-burner stove. Step 2, you're going to want to grab a cast iron or whatever skillet you have laying around. I personally am going to be using a cast iron. Make sure that you have olive oil, super important. I'm going to be using this spray bottle, but I highly suggest you use actual oil. This isn't the best, but it's all I had at the time. Make sure you grab salt and your favorite steak seasoning. If you have a really good steak, salt's really all you need. You're also going to want to grab some butter, and of course you're going to want to grab something to flip your steak. Now I'm going to be cooking this T-bone steak today. Now most of the tips and tricks I'm going to teach you today will apply to any steak you buy. Now the first and most important step you're going to need, light your stove and turn it on to the max. Now you're going to want your pan to reach up to 425 degrees. That's literally smoking hot. Biggest mistake most people make, they don't make their pan hot enough, it doesn't cook the steak properly. And then you get this really tough, not very enjoyable steak. Getting assaulted by bees. Now, while you're waiting for your pan to heat up, you're gonna want to put salt on your steak. Next important step, do not season the steak. Lots of people will season the steak before they apply it to the grill, and then you just end up burning the seasoning, and it doesn't taste very good. Use salt, nothing else. Yeah. Hi. So, Trevor from the future, quick tip, make sure that the steak is room temperature before you cook it. If you pull it directly out of the fridge and cook it immediately, it won't cook the center properly, so that's just something I forgot about that I need to remind you guys. You can probably use a thermometer to check the temperature of your pan, but a good rule of thumb for me, once it starts smoking, it's probably hot enough. You're gonna wanna coat your pan with olive oil and then place the steak down to sear. If you saw me burn the olive oil, that's probably why I should have just used regular olive oil. I wouldn't recommend the spray can, it's just all I had. After you place the steak down, you're gonna wait about 2 minutes before you flip it to the other side. Wait 2 more minutes, and then right after that, turn your pan down. You're gonna let it cook for a while. Now, depending on how thick your steak is, you're gonna have to let it cook for different lengths of time. Because my steak is so thin, I'm pretty much gonna just straight sear it, and then it should be ready to eat. You don't wanna cook your steak too long, otherwise it's gonna be well done, which is the wrong way to eat a steak. So, don't eat a steak well done, that's disgusting. Y'all are weird. The exceptions being your wives. Do whatever they tell you. Now, because I'm using a cast iron, I'm just gonna turn my pan off because it's already gonna be hot enough. Put on your favorite steak seasoning. If you like it with just salt, that's perfectly fine. And then you're also gonna wanna add a little bit of butter, and you're gonna wanna baste it. After your steak is done cooking, you're gonna wanna pull it off and put it on a plate, and then you're gonna want to let it sit for 3 minutes. Now, it's really appealing to watch all the juices leak out, but you kinda want all those juices to be in your bite and not on your plate. This also applies to hamburgers. I don't even have to cut it, I didn't even need that knife. It just ripped right off of there. Look at that. We probably could have cooked it for a little less time. Tear apart. You want some, don't you, Kai? I can see it in your eyes. Here you go. Is it good? Did you even chew? Okay, now if you're watching this video and you're like, how did I never know any of this stuff before? Don't worry, I used to really suck at making steaks too. This is like one of the first times I made a steak, but my brother's the one who actually taught me. He watched like a Gordon Ramsay video or something one day and just learned how to cook.
Just decided to do better.
So I'm gonna let him actually try my steak and see how I did.
That was good.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. He made like some really amazing steaks today. I should have taken a picture. So I don't know if I can compete with that, but
how is it?
For a second piece, it's good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Did good, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that's
like review worthy?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Woo! Kai. Here you go.